Welcome to Putney High School. Come on in and I'll show you around. I loved this school from the moment I walked through the front doors. I don't know if you just felt it, but the moment you come in here, you'll be met with warmth, with brilliance, and with purposeful energy. It really is a school where brilliant things happen. And as we walk round, I really hope you get that feeling of brilliant things happening here. Come on through, come to my office. I knew about the school by reputation, and I felt a very genuine sense of alignment with Putney's values. That what matters to Putney in terms of education is also what matters to me. I love that the school has a bold, innovative edge. I love that it's unapologetically ambitious for its students. I love that it absolutely guarantees academic excellence, but it also, quite rightly, places well-being at the heart of everything it does. And when you come here, actually the first sense you get is of that warmth, of fun, the laughter of the students that are here. And I think it's that blend of unapologetic ambition with real warmth and care for each and every individual that made me want to come here. Why don't we sit down and have a quick drink of water, it being such a hot day? Aspirational green fingers. I am a lover of nature. I suppose that was another thing that attracted me to Putney. One of the first things I heard about the school was the work with biophilia. And I do think that is really, really important. The more we can bring the natural world into the classroom, the better it will be for everybody's well-being. So my office, I suppose, models that. But I must be honest, I do need a little help keeping them all alive. Priority number one definitely is to get to know the students as quickly as I possibly can. And after I've got to know the students, at the same time, hopefully their parents, and of course, our brilliant staff. Nothing matters more at a school than relationships. And those relationships need to be about trust and about empathy. So the sooner I can get to know everyone, the sooner we can build those relationships, and the sooner we can crack on with all the important stuff we've got to do here. Why don't we head outside and I'll tell you all about where I've come from. Well, maybe not all about it, because that might take a long time. So this is the Cromwell lawn, and up in front of me the Bluebell stage, and of course our lovely Athena building. Well, I joined Putney High from Shrewsbury High, which is another GDST school, so one of our sisters. My love of teaching and learning, that's where my career started. And as a head teacher, it's so important never to move away from that being essentially our core business. This is about brilliant teaching and learning. That my role is to listen, to take care of all the different members of our community, and to try and keep that sense of the big picture of how this all works when it comes together. And again, that is something I'm really excited about doing once I've settled in at Putney. To my mind, education should be an adventure for every individual that walks through our doors. It should be a thrilling and mostly enjoyable journey of discovery of the world, of subjects, of self, of others. It should be a place where you can try new things, where sometimes you can fail, but you can also learn what your talents are, and where you can really, I guess, find that passion or passions that will take you on to the next exciting step. First ever job actually was as a waitress at university. I worked in a tapas bar, and my most famous client was Dickie Bird, who any cricket fans will remember. And he told me in his lovely Yorkshire accent that I was a darn fine waitress. Ooh. So I could be tempted to go for August because it's the holidays and it's my birthday, but I'm actually going to go for December. I love Christmas. I love everything festive. Yeah, I'm going to go for December. Oh, just one. It has to be purple, doesn't it? I grew up in Bexley Heath, which is south east London. Roast potatoes, cheese, maybe broccoli, but not necessarily all together. I do. How long have we got? I have a cat called Bishop, and I have 2 English Springer Spaniels, Bodie, who's my eldest, and Moose, who is a lockdown puppy, but she's settling in. You'll all get to meet her. Well, not the cat, because he doesn't like to travel, but you will definitely get to meet the dogs in due course. Well, it might sound a bit like fence sitting, but I like to think that I'm both. I am a thinker and probably an overthinker. That is both a blessing and a curse. So that's where the doer side of me, not doer, but doer, comes in to make sure that I don't just think, I do take action. But I actually think a blend of the two is really, really important. If you're too much of one rather than the other, that's when it goes wrong. The great outdoors, love to be outside, whether that is hiking, running, cycling, climbing. I am a bit of an adventure lover. I also love the city, which is very much one of the things that drew me back. I mean, Putney finds itself in the best city in the world, which is very exciting. And I think that's quite an interesting blend, because people tend to think you have to be one or the other, like you have to be cat or dog, you have to be city, countryside. I want it all, and I enjoy it all. I also love a good read, and a quiet moment with a good book is never to be missed. I think they can expect me to cherish Putney's traditions, and they can expect me to make sure that the school they chose for their daughter is the school that we continue to be. They can expect me to listen and to give of my time. I think that's the most important thing. Our parents are going to entrust their children to us, and it's really important that they feel that they are listened to, that there is a relationship of trust, and they can expect me to work very hard on making sure we build that relationship and sustain it throughout their child's time at school. They can expect me to be interested in them and who they are, not as a mass, but as an individual. I have set myself the target of getting to know every single one, although I will warn them that that might take me a little bit of time. They can expect me to put them first in our decision making, and to make sure that everything we do as a school is in their best interests. We are here to serve our young people. They can probably also expect me to be, well, the way I'm going to describe it to them is that I am mostly peace and light, but I am quite strict about one or two very important things. So I'm a stickler for punctuality, for politeness, and kindness. And actually they can expect me on those three things to be stalwart in all respects. Challenge and opportunity sometimes are just different ways of looking at the same issue. So take AI. That is, of course, a challenge for educationalists everywhere, but it is also a phenomenal opportunity. So in a school like Putney, which is already trailblazing in terms of its sort of digital literacy and the work that it's doing with its students, we're really well placed to take what a lot of people see as a challenge and turn it into an opportunity. We have to send our young people out into the world that they will enter, not the one we might like them to enter. So if that is a world where AI is doing all sorts of things at the moment that we oldies are a little bit uncomfortable with, we've got to get with the programme and make sure we're preparing them for that. Should we walk on? Actually, one thing people are always surprised and a little jealous when I tell them, I actually have a blue Peter badge. And I was given it for husky rallying in Aviemore, and I was given it by Mark Curry, so that probably also dates me and lets you know how old I was. I still have it somewhere, I think. Well, I tell you what, why don't I walk you out via the pupil entrance, because then you'll get a sense of the students' daily experience and where we'll be welcoming them all back for the new academic year in just a few days' time. So it's probably a good place to say goodbye, wish you well. I guess this has just been a little taste of me and who I am and what I stand for. And I do hope that I'll get to meet you again soon and we can get to know each other even better. Thank you.